The Washington Wizards literally have the worst record in the NBA. They started off this season going 0-5, and people are now saying that the Wizards aren't as good as we think. A fun fact to know is that in NBA history, no team has ever made the NBA playoffs starting off 0-5, and right now, the Wizards look like they're going that route. For this video, we're going to be talking about why the Wizards are struggling, how they can improve, and what are things they can do to simply get better. Because guys, if the Wizards don't improve in these areas, they're possibly going to be the worst team in the NBA. But quickly, before I get on with the video, I just want to say, if you're new to the channel and love basketball, welcome to Easy Buckets. My name is Soom, and I make basketball videos every single day. So be sure to hit the subscribe button and click this button right here, the post notification bell, to not miss any of my upcoming videos. If you watched this video and you loved it, be sure to smash that thumbs up button. I would really appreciate it. It would help out the channel a lot. But without wasting any more time, let's talk about the Washington Wizards. When talking about the Washington Wizards, they were probably the most popular team in this past offseason. When talking about a big trade that occurred, the trade the Wizards made between them and the Rockets, everybody thought the Wizards won that deal. The reason why this trade was the most popular trade was because it involved two superstars at the exact same position, and some say that play the exact same way. The Rockets traded Russell Westbrook to the Wizards in exchange for John Wall and a future first-round draft pick, and with that, people believed the Wizards were gonna be a playoff team. Wizards fans, I'm saying this, even though they have a record of 1-5 right now, and it looks like they're one of the worst teams in the NBA, it doesn't mean they're gonna finish the season going 1-71. The Wizards definitely have to improve. And to find the areas of improvement, you have to start off with what they're struggling with. Honestly guys, I'm a big Russell Westbrook fan. Russell Westbrook is one of those NBA players that, in my opinion, he doesn't give up. He doesn't quit. He's always going at it at 110%, and I just don't want him to see in a situation that puts more bad in his name. Before the season started, you can tell that Russell Westbrook had an energy boost, had a reignition being on this Wizards team. He looked happy, he looked like he was a mentor to the young guys. Russell Westbrook was coming to the season hot and better than he was last year. And it just sucks to see Wizards games now where Russell Westbrook has his head down, losing faith in his new team. And for all you Russell Westbrook haters out there saying that Russell Westbrook is the problem to why the Wizards are losing, I'm here to tell you guys this. Russell Westbrook is not the problem. Russell Westbrook is the solution, and he's not a reason why they're actually losing their games. When talking about Russell Westbrook and his individual stat line, he is putting up a triple-double on a nightly basis. He's averaging 20 points per game, 12.8 rebounds, 12.3 assists, 1 steal per game, shooting a total of 42% behind the field goal percentage. Russell Westbrook is a walking triple-double. When looking at these numbers, it screams out stat pattern, and that's why Russell Westbrook haters are saying that he is the problem. Russell Westbrook cares more about getting a triple-double than actually winning. But I'm here to tell you guys this. Even though it looks like that, Russell Westbrook is not the problem. He's doing the best he can on the floor. On the other hand, some people believe that Bradley Beal is also the problem, that he's also a stat pattern. Bradley Beal just wants to be the #1 scoring option, and people are saying he's not regarding the other players on the team. We're looking at Bradley Beal's stats. He's averaging 31.2 points, 4.2 rebounds, 4.7 assists, 1.7 steals, shooting a total of 48% at the field goal mark. But sometimes putting up amazing numbers is not worth it if your team is not winning. And with that, I'm going to go straight into why I believe they're in this situation. And with all this information, I want to put out why I believe the Wizards aren't doing well. The biggest reason why the Wizards aren't doing well is because of this. They're absolutely terrible on defense. The Wizards can't defend the basketball for anything. When talking about the Wizards last season, they were already known to be one of the worst defenders in the NBA. They ended off the season last year being ranked as the second worst team in the NBA in defense with a defensive rating of 114.7. This year, they did not get any better as they're still ranked one of the worst teams, having a defensive rating of 101.9. The Wizards right now are the worst team in the NBA at giving up points per game as they're allowing their opponents to score over 120 points per game, and that is absolutely terrible. They're not putting any pressure for teams to score. They're basically letting teams score 30 points in every single quarter. And by looking at this stat alone, every individual Wizards player have to look at this and say, what am I doing wrong? How am I not helping on the defensive end? In my personal opinion, I believe the only good defender that's showing signs of effort is Deni Avdija, the rookie that they drafted this year 9th overall. And in my opinion, Deni Avdija was a big steal for them. I'll be honest though, Deni Avdija isn't really getting the role of his playing style with the Wizards because of Bradley Beal and Westbrook. He's slowly becoming more of a spot-up shooter, but his on-ball defending, perimeter defending, and effort is there. He's averaging 1.3 steals per game, having a defensive efficiency of an amazing level, and I believe Deni Avdija is a great example of good defense on this team, while everybody else is not showing the effort there. Big props to you, Deni Avdija. Keep it up because you're going to have a bright future in the NBA, even though right now you're not having the perfect role. And when talking about their defensive struggles, it starts off with Scott Brooks, their head coach, and how he can adjust to make this team more of a defensive-minded roster if they truly want to be a playoff team this year. Another big factor on why the Wizards are losing is because Scott Brooks is not utilizing their floor spacing much. You know, when surrounding players around Russell Westbrook, or if anything, staggering minutes between Russell Westbrook and Bradley Beal, you have to make sure you surround Russell Westbrook with the perfect piece. I'm not seeing a lot of Russell Westbrook and Davis Bertans pick and pop. I want to see more of that. I want to see Davis Bertans be more of an offensive weapon, an offensive tool. Bertans is literally only taking 8 shots per game and making 3 of them, and literally, a guy you just gave $85 million to of Davis, why is he not taking shots? Why is he not in the starting lineup? Maybe starting Russell Westbrook and Davis Bertans in the lineup is something that will help the Wizards win. I understand that Davis Bertans is a defensive liability, but that's why you focus more on the development of Thomas Bryant being more of a defender. Focus more on Bradley Beal, their superstar, being more of a defender. The Wizards have to be more versatile than just Deni Avdija at the 3 being their main defender. If you watched last night's game against the Orlando Magic, they literally had to put Deni Avdija on Markelle Fultz to stop him, and that should not be happening. Putting a small forward on the opposing team's point guard, that just means the Wizards don't have the depth defensively. I'm a big fan of Rui Hachimura. I want him to be more of a factor for the Wizards offensively and defensively. Of course, you can argue that the past few games, he's missed the past games due to an eye injury, and now that he's back, maybe they can turn things around and get more wins, but he's also got to be a more factor, whether it's coming off the bench or starting. A lot of this has to do with Scott Brooks and how he adjusts, how he changes the lineup, and what he ultimately does to improve their defensive rating, but if nothing changes, they're not going to start winning games. But to conclude my video today, I believe a big part of the Wizards' struggles has to do defensively and how they have to get a lot better. They have to show more effort, they have to show more integrity, and they have to prove to the NBA that this year they can potentially be making the playoffs, because right now they are projected to be the 7th or 8th seed. The projection right now in the Eastern Conference is that the Bucks get the 1st seed, the Nets get the 2 seed, the Celtics get the 3rd seed, the Heat get the 4th seed, the 76ers 5 seed, the Raptors 6 seed. Then it's going to be between the Pacers, the Hawks, and the Wizards for the 7 and 8 spot. And in my opinion, if the Wizards can turn it around right now, they can beat NBA history and be the first team in NBA history to make the playoffs after starting off 0-5. It starts off with Scott Brooks. Russell Westbrook and Beal are not the problem, and I'm just excited to see how the Wizards move forward. But to wrap up my video, I do believe the Wizards will turn it around. I know Russell Westbrook is the kind of guy that doesn't give up, that can change a franchise, and can change an organization, and the Wizards right now are a project, while Russell Westbrook is a building block. But yes, guys, this wraps up my video for today on the Wizards and their struggles and what they need to improve on. What's most important to me is I want to know your opinions. Do you agree with me? Do you not? Is there anything else that I'm missing from the Wizards' struggles? Let me know all your thoughts in the comments below. But other than that, take it easy, God bless, and I'll see you all next time on Easy Buckets. Woo!